Okay, that sounds great. Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Aye.
No,
I feel.
I don't think we would care to have them Thursday and start setting up. I just, no tell them, so.
Yeah.
And aside to that, I don't know what to do about the gas here, they shut off, the fire department shut, so it always smelled like pain in there, the pilots were always lit, I don't know why she called, but she called right before that wedding. Nobody told me, so I couldn't call them. And now we don't have hot water in this building. So I don't know who to call, and I guess, I don't know, if the fire department called White Mountain or Caitlin did, but they told me that this propane had been inspected since 2011, which is ridiculous because they're delivering it and delivering separate to our generators, so I don't know what they're talking about.
So I think what needs to be done, it needs to be shut off as stoves rather than.
Just better.
Right. Unless there's not, because it's so old.
Should
Do
we
you think that there's a way that we could buy new stoves? Do we have money?
Cause it's
a
stove.
Oh, these stoves, they're all donated from 1999.
And you know
when the building was built.
So they're the ones who constantly running pilots.
So I think maybe we should take a look and see if there's money somewhere where we could buy.
Let's
Get
get
a
a
bunch
bunch
of
of
those.
those.
And my other suggestion would be like a whole kitchen makeover next year. If we continue to rent the town hall, if we're gonna offer a kitchen, I mean, they can't be coming in, I don't know if you've ever seen the stoves here.
But this could be like something discussed in the future.
It's kind of like, if you would say like a.
But you want it-
investment.
Put a budget, something in the budget for it.
Next year.
Yeah.
And that's to be discussed, but stoves would have to be taken care of now. If not,
So we have $9,000 in the maintenance and repairs budget, and we've only spent about $4,000. I was gonna ask you tonight, I'm getting a price on cleaning the carpets, because they did mention that too, that those carpets were pretty grungy, so I called DuraClean to get a price on cleaning.
Yep.
And that's who Allison recommended. I asked Allison if she wanted to run it, she said, no, just call DuraClean.
Yep.
Um,
and they've been done.
Yeah, they just haven't been done since I've been here, but we didn't get the traffic in during COVID either, so, if we could find like a use, like if somebody like, Habitat for Humanity has one of those shops or something, if we could find a use store, we could probably do one this year out of that, and then plan a makeover and buy a second one next year.
And does it have to be a gas stove?
Well,
I
you'd have
mean,
to have electric run.
Right.
Before they can't get electric stove.
It doesn't already have that?
I don't know what's in there for the,
There's
stoves
nothing
are
for
electric.
electrics.
the stoves are electric,
I mean,
right?
From
But you
personal
gotta-
experience, this,
A modern stove doesn't have pilots running all the time, it has starters.
Correct.
So it just sits
I
there
mean,
idle
it's
until you-
already plumbed for gas, so I would
Yeah.
probably just stick with gas
Yeah.
rather than putting a 220
I would
in.
too.
Okay.
I don't
But
know about you all, but I prefer to cook.
I cook on gas. I was just thinking for cost wise, if it was
I
maybe a
used to
better
have,
option.
I used to have a gas range with an electric oven, but this time when I replaced it, it's all, and it's cheaper.
I think we should take a look and
I
see
mean,
what's
I'll see-
available
I'll
out
see what's out
there.
there.
Stove.
Could be even on Marketplace.
Even Lowe's.
Well, the problem is
You can get it.
we're gonna have to hire somebody that's
Yeah.
gonna deliver it. I
Of
don't
course.
have
Oh, yeah,
anybody
of
to get
course.
it here.
And
And
Marketplace,
Marketplace,
that's
is
why
gonna
I'm thinking, why don't we look at brand new
Yeah.
and see what,
Yeah.
Yeah.
see what the cost is.
I think there's even install,
Just
like Home Depot or.
build some.
Yeah, Lowe's or whatever.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have basic.
But anyway, I mean, this wasn't a planned thing and it happened and it.
Well,
Well, the
I-
thing
I
is
saw
too, those
that.
ovens are probably old too, so if we
The
got,
ovens are as well.
if we got a range
Like I
that
said,
had an oven and a
next year,
stovetop.
If we could just do a kitchen redo and see what it would cost and
Yeah.
put it in a warrant article or from town hall maintenance.
There's no money left in the town hall.
Okay.
Capital reserve fund, we tap that out. If we spend a whole 14,000, we and we've already spent 12,750 on the thing, and they just put that switch in, so there won't be much left,
Okay,
if anything, but,
okay.
we
But still,
can get a price and see where we are.
We'll talk about it, increase the budget, and I'll try to do more. Then we have,
Well, we already did 9,000 this year, and nobody was upset about that, and we didn't. Like, I'm gonna try, like, I get the carpets clean, get a new range in there, at least one, have them haul the other two out of here as part of it.
that's why we need to go new.
And that'll make room
We
for,
go new and then just all of it will be done, and
we do that, then we'd have to get more money, so we're just gonna piecemeal replace
we
them.
got time for that one. Right now would be like shutting the propane down
You know,
at the stove.
Right now, right.
who does that?
The propane,
It should be
whoever delivers to us.
White Mountain,
White Mountain, yeah.
Yeah, they certify to do that.
Okay.
There might be like a service charge, perhaps.
oh yeah, they'll,
But yeah, I mean,
they'll charge us for the labor.
I just wanna make sure it's safe, cause this isn't,
Yeah,
this
no,
isn't
yeah.
a.
So why don't we do
residential,
that?
this
Let's
is a
call White
commercial.
Mountain Oil, get them to, if there's no shut offs at the ovens or the stoves,
There's
Well-
a shut off somewhere.
it's just the tank that,
There might be one after the tank, just
it's
after.
still like the whole
Okay.
building.
Well, they'll figure it out.
Anyways, we need them at
We need
the,
it.
Well, then
we
we
will
need it.
need it at the stoves anyways, period, when a new stove comes in. So why don't we get shut offs installed at the stoves?
If we can,
So have 2 shut-offs and then maybe buy 1 stove this year, but have 2, so we have room for a second.
Let's see what the prices are. Honestly, we don't rent for the rest of the year. We don't rent the kitchen. If we can get the shut offs
Well,
in there,
I mean,
shut everything
Well,
down,
the thing
pull
is, as
those
long as
two out.
we tell them that because you still have a kitchen sink to, like, it's, what they balked about is they had planned to cook and heat things up, and they could not keep it warm. So they wanted to bring a grill, I get that, because it was short notice, but we can still rent it, just tell them they don't, our stoves don't work.
Yeah.
And then,
Right, or there's no kitchen.
and then adjust the
usage or-
price accordingly, whatever. Because actually, US Forest Service wants to use it on October 6th, and they don't need a kitchen for anything. Correct.
It's an Albany based is no charge or something like that. Non-profit still.
That's no charge. I'll recommend
Anyways,
before you
that's-
guys leaving, because,
Let's for this right now, let's,
alright,
The
call White
shut-offs
Mountain, get
installed.
2 shut-offs installed, so I can get the hot water turned back on.
yeah, and then we'll take a
Does
look
the
at.
furnace need hot water?
Probably does.
'Cause
What's
there's
it
a
called?
Rialta, it looks like there's a Rialta on-demand hot water.
It's a
heater.
boiler.
It's on.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
does that
yeah.
run through the furnace? So when we turn the
No, it
furnace back
doesn't.
on?
No, it's
No.
separate.
Okay,
No, that's
So-
separate.
alright,
Man,
but we don't have hot water to mop the floors or wash our hands or wash dishes okay. Alright. And I'll start looking around for ranges.
okay. Moving on, review and discuss withdrawing funds from the Highway Expendable Trust Fund and depositing into the Highway Department operating budget to cover the cost of repairs from May 1st, 2023 flooding, amount spent to date, $89,220.98.
I will make a motion to withdraw funds from the Highway Expendable Trust Fund in the amount of $89,220.98.
Any discussion?
That won't have to happen again, that we know
It
For the
can't,
second
because
of
we're
it?
almost out of money.
of? Yeah.
Yeah, you have 100.
But we need to cover it just in case we don't get reimbursed from FEMA.
All right, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm just gonna put it back in the line items where I took it from. So that who seconded it?
I did.
administrator's report.
So, I got an email from Jim Ennis, the U.S. Forest Ranger for us, and he wants to come in and meet with you guys. He has 2 projects in the hopper. I think one we talked about very basically, it's a cut, off of High Street. It's a fuels project off of High Street, so they're gonna cut things that would burn, obviously. And the other one is the Sandwich Vegetation Management Project, which is the one I think was like borderline Ferncroft area, which I think was the one we kind of knew about, but they had delayed that during COVID, and now I wanna say they're gonna do that in 2024 or 2025. So he just wants to come in and run this by you. I think it's a good thing because of the road issues we may or may not have. Would you like Curtis here too? So Curtis is aware of which, I think he is very interested in what roads they're using and to what degree, and, he might bring a little light to that we don't think of, so. And, Jim said he was available on September 6th, so next month your meetings would have been the 13th and the 27th. The chair is unavailable, so I think we talked last time about doing the 6th and the 27th. If that's still good for you guys. This is the week of Labor Day, but we don't have a meeting next week, so instead of doing the 2nd and the 4th, we'll do the 1st and the 4th. And he's available. I'll see if Curtis is available.
All right, sounds good. We have to make.
No motion is required for that.
Okay.
The next thing is this notice I got on the Albany Civic Group, bank account for citizens. I called about this, they won't even talk to me about it. So
I tried calling, I couldn't get through.
I got through last year and they wouldn't talk to me about it because I'm not,
I tried calling and then I got the runaround and then to somebody else, another automated service, and finally I just went to something that didn't even apply. Just to say, hey.
I go to the loan
Oh.
department and ask for government banking.
Yeah, is that,
Because that, when you get a government, like, I had to do that at, what was the other one, Northeast Credit Union, and I went, I hit the thing for loans, because they always want to sell you a loan, and then when I got the live person, I said, I need somebody from government banking to call me back today, and that's how I finally got.
Cause it doesn't go back to the state, it goes,
This would go to the
It
state.
goes to the state for
And
5
so-
years, and then the county gets it, we never get it.
no.
Yeah, so again, the last notice was August 31st, August 8th. So I'm calling, and I just got turned around, and I got fed up and I stopped. And then I thought, we can just retrieve it from the government and from the state. But now you get another notice. I'll
And
try
we're
to do
thinking
something
that's
about it.
September 8th.
I'll try to do something about it.
Are you on this account?
So this one, I'm not sure. If I'm not, Mary is, so I can have her sign it and.
That'd be great,
And
because
then-
if it's not in our federal ID number, they won't even talk to me as a town. Like, sometimes you can, if it's under your
Yes.
employee identification number, and so I gave them our employee, they wouldn't even tell me it was under, they just said they couldn't talk to me, so I assumed it's not under that. So, was that a 501c3?
Yes, it is.
So it's under theirs, and somebody that was with that originally is probably going to have to call, because they just put a pain in the ever-loving tushy.
Yeah.
So
I
you're.
can't remember if Mary, if you transferred, I did on Northway, but I can't remember if we did, because
But do
I just told him the situation, so to let me transfer you over, and I went right back through it again, and I said,
it's so
white
frustrating.
flag. Just-
So
I will.
I hate that it keeps track of the time on the phone too, and how long you've been on ignore. I don't even call it hold anymore. I just say, I've been
Yeah,
on
I
ignore
know,
for.
We're hung up
I
on
know.
it.
Anyway, so I'll take that notice if I can, and
Do you have it? Or do you need a copy?
I didn't know if you wanted to give me the original.
I can give you the original. Pull it out.
That's fine, that's,
I have a copy. And then the last, well, so we already talked about you're good with the 6th and the 13th change in the meeting. And then the last thing was, I found this delegation of deposit and treasurer assistance, and the last time it was done was when Kathy was here. Sandy's not doing the deposit, so I didn't put the deposit thing on, but I did put them, I am writing the checks, and so I had Kathy Carrier sign it, and you guys have to approve it too, so then it'll be official, and it's good until rescinded, so we should be all set on that. And then the only, I didn't agenda this, but I wanted to just give you a heads up, cause it's not an action item for you, but I wanna keep you in the loop. So I filed the MS 434 last week, and I have filed for an extension on the MS1 this week. So I talked to Jason about getting that done before I go on vacation so that I can get the MS1 uploaded, and then DRA will have time to review it. And then when I'm back from vacation, we'll have a couple weeks lead time to tax rate. I touched base with Michelle Clark about that and something else, and she said that she's already 3 people now, and the third person is only doing half of her volume. The 2 senior people are still doing half of her. So the 2 senior people are doing 1.5 person's work, and the new person, she goes out for 2 or 3 weeks into October. So she's trying to get all this tax rate stuff, all this lined up. So that's why I submitted the MS 434 as soon as I heard that. Because the sooner we get in the queue for the tax rate, like that's how they do it. When your paperwork is all done, it turns green on their thing and you're in the queue to get a tax rate. So, you know, we have to wait for the water precinct.
Quick question. This camera and computer keeps freezing. Can I restart and can you pause for a second?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.